During a virtual town hall with Congressmember Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, Deputy Director of New York City Census 2020, Amit Singh Bagga sounded the alarm as the deadline for this year's count is moved from October 31st to September 30th.
Please do talk to the census taker if they come to your door, but if you want to avoid a knock on your door, please go online and fill out the census and you will not be getting a visit. The best way to fight back against the president is simply to respond.
With census workers with ID going door to door, Bagga wants the public to save everyone's time by going online to my2020census.gov to help the city reach its goal on a count so critical this year, he shared.
There is a reason that President Trump cut the census short by an entire month. And it's because he does not want you, he does not want me, he does not want people who look like us, who live in New York 14, who live in New York City to be counted. And why is that? It is because the census is the basis of the money, power, and respect that we can all obtain when we are counted and only if we are counted for the next 10 years.
Updates on coronavirus were also provided during her Q&A, where she talked about educating New Yorkers on the importance of wearing a mask.
One of the things that we are learning more about it is that the transmission is happening less through surfaces, through me touching something and someone else touching that thing, though that kind of transmission should, can happen. But what we're seeing is that the most common form of transmission is through the air, through breathing, which is why wearing a mask is so important. The other thing that we're learning is that asymptomatic people can potentially spread COVID just as much as some symptomatic people can.
From President Trump's extension of unemployment benefits to safety during COVID-19, as well as stepped up rent relief services through 311 and asking for the tenant helpline, or going to nyc.gov, Ocasio-Cortez also talked about the November elections, where she is urging those voting by absentee ballot to apply early and mail back immediately if not voting in person. Along with seeing the other panelists were Yang Chindoma with Adhikar, Jagpreet Singh with Chaya, and Perla Silva with Make the Road New York. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Mukoko.